There we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Friday night here at the BTA Network. Since it's Friday, it's game night, and tonight it's trivia night. That means we're going to quench your thirst for knowledge. And no, you do not have to drink an encyclopedia. Also, just like Whose Line Is It Anyway, the points do not matter. All we're doing is having fun. And maybe learn something new while we're at it. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddlog Stream, and yes, I'm on television. As you can see by this thing around my ring around me. I'm on Blog Stream. I'm currently joined online by two of my crazy cohorts. First, to my left, we have our tiny sus, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hello.
Yes, and
how's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, and she's there with that little corgi right there.
I named him Corgi the Corgi.
Yep, that's right, folks. What? Meet Corgi the Corgi. And below, probably having dinner right now, is our man from the Bronx, Sajo. And of course, it's also Friday. That means it's wrestling night for him as well.
We are minus two people tonight because they had things to do tonight.
Our other folks have had plans tonight, so it's like we're not gonna disrupt it. That's not what we do. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't really do Among Us last Friday like we were kind of hoping to, because we had a lot of people out. Some people were having tech issues and other things. But boy, it would have been a blast doing Among Us last week, because Among Us had done from April Fool's Day, April 1st, all the way through this past Tuesday. The Skeld, the very first ship, it was completely backwards.
Yeah, it was. Left is right and right is left.
In other words,
thank God.
In other words, if you want to go to the reactor, you usually would go left. No, you have to go to the right.
I got lost on the fungal. I was walking around in a circle trying to find somebody.
Well, wait a minute now. The fungal wasn't reversed. It was only the Skeld. The Skeld was the only one that was reversed.
Think what I would like to see him reverse all of them.
Yeah, so would I. That would drive people crazy.
You know what my major gripe with Among Us is?
What is it?
In the morning.
What is it?
You have to pay in the public room with civs. And some of those, I swear, are little kids.
Yeah. Why do you think I never do?
Well, I played to practice. And I had this one girl. It's maroon, it's maroon. Well, granted, I killed and got caught right away, but still, it's maroon, it's maroon. She kept saying it's maroon without giving any reason why she sussed me. And we're in there to play.
Yeah, but some people unfortunately take it too seriously, you know? I'm not gonna lie, I did too, but
yeah, and you used to take your games flat ass seriously.
It was like, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, okay? Now, when I do those PvPs, I know like 9 out of 10, I'm probably gonna lose. But if I'm going to lose, at least I'm gonna finish. I'm not gonna surrender.
Oh, I never surrendered. I got pounded into the ground, but...
Yeah, me too. But sometimes I get lucky too. And win, Now the one time, when my opponent wins, I always deliver nice to him. Now, if the opponent surrenders upon losing, I will not send a nice.
Yep.
Hey, Sajo.
Hey, I'm here. What's
up, our man from the Bronx?
Yep, there's a man from the Bronx.
All right, are we ready to do
got the wrestling on?
Yep. Yep, and by the way,
to start our trivia.
And by the way, one more thing. Monday night, when we ended the show, we didn't know who won the national championship. Florida won the national championship, 65-63.
Weren't they playing against
Houston? They were playing Houston. for the national
I thought
championship.
that Florida played Alabama at one
No,
time.
no, 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 no. It was Florida and Houston for the national championship.
Yeah.
And Florida
Oh,
won on a
speaking
nail
of
biter.
Alabama, I was in Walmart
Hmm.
and I happened to look up and see this guy's T-shirt, and I go, "Roll Tide,"
Hmm.
and he just went like this.
Good. It's amazing. It's amazing how you can find people in different parts of the country wearing different things, right?
Right.
All right, all right. Ready or not? Let's get some trivia on.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. What Italian town is the setting for Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet?
Verona.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What state has the longest freshwater shoreline?
What state?
Has the longest
Ontario?
freshwater shoreline?
California?
Ontario?
No. But what'd you say what'd you say, Sajo?
Lake Ontario?
No. What? No. Listen here. Let me repeat the question. What state has the longest freshwater shoreline? But you're in the right area. It is within the Great Lakes.
Ah,
Huron.
No, no, Janet, the state, not the lake.
Michigan.
There you go.
Michigan.
Michigan, that's correct. Yeah, the state of Michigan has the longest freshwater shoreline.
Yeah, the one that could be the
I would have
ugliest.
New York and Michigan and those states.
Okay.
Let's see. Which math theorem states that in a right angle, a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
What? Run that question by me again.
Okay, which math theorem states that in a right triangle, a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
I didn't do that math that good.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. But this is one of my favorite. It's one of the things I've always loved since the ninth grade.
Einstein?
No,
Einstein?
Janet, listen to this. It's a math theorem. It's the Pythagorean theorem.
Oh God, no. I never did get that one.
Okay, basically, the sum of the square of the first two angles is equal to the square of the hypotenuse, or the longest side of the triangle.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
I never did do good with my math in high school.
Okay.
Okay.
Me. Sorry.
I'm listening.
Okay, let me see. Oh, here's a good one. Which country artist threw javelin while attending Oklahoma State University?
What country singer?
Yep.
Kenny Rogers?
No.
What song did he sing?
Okay. I got friends in low places.
God, I don't know country music that well. So
Okay, maybe this will
I'll
help.
take the
Maybe this will help. The Thunder Rolls.
Thunder Rolls.
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen.
No, 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 no.
Lightning. I don't know.
His wife is Trisha Yearwood.
That doesn't help me.
It's Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah, he threw javelin while attending Oklahoma State.
But did he do good at it?
I don't know. It doesn't say. Okay. All right. In what year was the first Batman comic book published? And I'll give it to you within 3 years.
1932.
You're very close. Go higher.
1935.
You know what? I said within 3. I'm going to give this one to you because it's close enough. 1939. Now, here's something interesting. What comic book came out the year before Batman?
Superman.
Yep.
Yeah, and I remember hearing a story about a guy who got the first edition Superman comic book, had it appraised,
Uh-huh.
and it was at the time was worth about $10,000.
Yeah. All right. Who was the first Disney princess ever?
Snow White.
You just said it, Janet. You just said
Snow
it.
White.
Yep, it was Snow White.
Snow White.
Who was the second Disney princess, Shirley?
Sleeping Beauty?
I believe so, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Next.
Excuse me. Let's see. What TV series launched Bruce Willis's career?
God, I just saw him on I want to say Friends, The Office.
He started with
Hint.
Sybil Shepherd.
Moonlighting.
There you go. All right. How many legs does a lobster have?
Okay. Count. It's 2, 10.
That's correct.
Counting the
10.
claws.
That's correct.
Counting the
10.
claws.
Mm-hmm.
You count the claws as a
Yeah,
leg too.
yeah, but it doesn't say on this, but it just said all it said was how many legs does a lobster have? That's it.
Surely. I watched the Fish Guys, and hey, what is the unique characteristic of a stone crab?
I don't know.
Okay, stone crabs have one claw that is visibly bigger than the other. It's legal to take the one big claw. You break it off, put it in your bucket, and let the crab go. They will grow another claw back.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What part of the body does the turtle breathe through?
It's ass.
Yep.
You had asked that question before, and I remembered the answer. It breathes through its butt. How does a turtle breathe under the water then if its butt is submerged?
I don't know. All right. Where are the cricket's ears located?
On the sides of their legs.
Yep. Well, this is on their legs, but that's it.
Yeah. It's near their things they used to sing with.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Which Canadian hockey player is considered to be the greatest of all time? And by the way,
Gretzky.
Yep, and Alex Ovechkin. Alex Ovechkin, I think, has actually passed Wayne Gretzky now.
Well, at the time that trivia book was written, it was
195?
Huh?
That's the record, right?
No, yeah, it was 800. No, yeah, Ovechkin now has 895, which has actually surpassed Wayne Gretzky's 894.
Yep.
So, all right. 3,333,360 points is the maximum number of points someone can achieve on what video game?
Pac-Man?
That's correct.
You keep going and you'll be able to do it, Shirley.
All right. How many tines does a standard dinner fork have?
4.
That's correct.
Did you notice? One
Yep.
on each end and 2 in the middle.
Yep. Okay. What was the first vegetable ever grown in space?
A potato?
Yep. The potato.
Don't ask me where I'm coming up with all the answers. I just.
All right.
Sorry, Sajo. I'll try to give you a chance.
Well, Sajo's got rested to concentrate on too, so.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, this is going to be a fun one. How many slices of pizza does America eat per second?
4.
No. It's a lot
6.
higher. Janet, it's way higher.
1,000.
Too high.
1,500.
Janet, did you already said too high? You need to go a lot lower.
100.
Higher.
125.
Higher. Still.
150.
Higher.
200.
Higher.
300.
A little more higher.
325.
I'll give it to you. 350 to 400 slices of pizza per second. Because remember, it's not one person eating pizza, it's a lot of people eating pizza.
One of the guys I like to watch on YouTube bought pizza out of a vending machine. A cheese pizza out of a vending machine.
I believe it.
It was perfect. And it only cost $2 for a pizza about like this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next.
Okay. Let's see. Who owns the patent to Google's original search algorithm? I'm going to give you this.
Patent?
Yeah, who owns the patent? Now, here's a hint. It's a college.
Yale.
Nope.
Or what's that other one that's Yale's rival?
Harvard? Nope.
Harvard, Yale.
It's a
University
school.
of Southern California.
You're on the right
University
state. You're in the right state.
University of Southern California.
No.
Berkeley.
No. But you are in the right state. Let me think. The nickname is the Cardinal. Also, everyone wants to use a tree as a mascot. Let's see.
Okay, I'm stuck.
Okay, you're sitting down. Now please blank up.
Stan?
Mm-hmm.
Stanford.
There you go. Stanford University is the owner of the patent.
Well, they need to leave Google alone.
Mm-hmm.
All these fancy things they're doing with it. I have a hard time trying to figure it out.
Let's see. All right. The line, "Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries," is from what 1975 movie?
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
That's correct.
Yeah.
As you know, points don't matter.
Yep.
I'm not even care if I win or no. Not.
Okay, that's good.
Oh, all right. Well, Sajio, I believe in giving chances.
I don't care if I lose or not.
That's fine.
I no. What was it? I fart in your general direction.
Yeah. And I fur
Noted.
in your general direction.
Don't get me started with that.
All right. Let's see. What musician was awarded the first gold record?
Who was awarded the first gold record?
Yep.
Elvis?
No.
Chuck Berry?
No.
The Beatles? Give me one of their songs.
I can't remember. I'm going to tell you because I can't remember the song. Perry Como.
Okay.
So.
That was way before the Beatles and Chuck Berry.
Yep. Okay. Within 4, how many elements are currently on the periodic table?
36, 40. Oh, darn, I don't have on my periodic table of the elements t-shirt. I can't count them.
Like I said,
Okay.
I'm going to go within 4, so.
34,
Higher than that.
100,
You're getting there, a little higher.
108,
A little higher.
112.
I'm going to give it to you. It's close enough. 118.
Well, I was going to do 115 next.
Okay. All right. What is the
Oh.
only... Oh,
I'll tell you something. The
okay.
periodic table really knows how to cop an attitude. The periodic table is full of sarcasm.
Oh, I've seen that. I have seen that. That's funny.
Yeah, that's what my t-shirt is. T-shirt says periodically sarcastic.
Yep.
And it's highlighted the periodic table of the elements that spell out sarcasm.
Yeah.
I got one that says, and this will cheer you up, Shirley.
Okay.
I got one to replace the wolf shirt I tore a hole in.
Mm-hmm.
It says, can you see it?
Hold on. Wait. Actually, Janet, I can't see it.
Okay, I'll say it to you.
Yeah, the background's
It
the
says,
problem.
Positive energy. Keep your frequency high. Optimistic, inspiring, confident.
Mm-hmm.
I got it to replace the wolf shirt I accidentally ripped a hole in.
That's okay. Excuse me.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm digging for gold. My inside of my nose is dry.
Ooh.
I have no drops to
All
put
right.
in it.
Here's a good one. Which country gives students the longest summer holiday?
Japan,
No.
Australia,
No. You got to go to Europe.
UK,
Nope.
UK,
No.
Denmark.
No?
Okay.
Okay,
Can you
here's
give any hints?
Sicily.
Sicily,
Rome.
Italy?
Yeah, Italy.
Italy.
Yep.
Italy.
Yep. All right, now here's the details. The summer break in Italy is one of the longest in Europe, spanning roughly 10 to 12 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah,
we thought our spring breaks were bad.
Yeah, that's summer break, but it usually begins in the first half of June and ends in the first half of September.
I wonder how
Dang.
long their school years are.
Oh, like 9 months. Let's see. But I mean, it's one of the longest. So yes, Italy has a long break. Ouch, excuse me. All right. What state is known as the Badger State?
Badger State.
Uh huh.
Midwest, is it in the Midwest?
Yes.
North
Wisconsin.
Dakota,
Yeah,
South
hold
Dakota.
it, hold it, hold it. Sajo already got it. It's Wisconsin.
Okay. I thought it was the cheese state, the cheese curd state.
It is pretty. It's a cheese state too, but it's also known as a Badger State. Because think, what's the University of Wisconsin has the Badgers. So.
Oh man, I walked with Princess over to the mailbox to get the mail today,
Mm-hmm.
and the two dogs that have the neighbors that are at the neighbor's house across the street started barking. Princess slipped the leash off my wrist and ran to the window.
Oh.
There was a dog, and there were two dogs in the window. One that looked like Cosmo, kind of like Cosmo's markings,
Mm.
but the other one had to be the fuggliest damn bulldog I'd ever seen. But I had to get her under control.
Yeah.
No more taking her for walks, though. The pavement's starting to get too hard.
Yeah. Pardon me. I've got to put. Can you give me just a second? I got to put. You know what? No. I need to put headphones on my charging because I'm here to hear the boop sound. And you know what that means. When you hear the
No
boop
problem.
that means get your headphones charged or else. Hold on.
But, they were just protecting their territory.
Oops. Come on. Come
Right around
on.
her hair.
There we go. That's better. Yeah, because I was hearing that. Boop. It's like, no, you don't. Not during the show. Okay.
Oh, I was watching one of my Hornet King episodes before I came here,
Uh huh.
and he removed a wasp nest and took it back and just tossed the bag in his barn.
Uh huh.
His camera that was in the barn caught a skunk tearing open the bag to get to the larva.
Oh dear. That's not good.
That's what he bought a home for the wild animal, for the animals, both wild and domestic, to eat.
Hmm.
It's just he did 9 jobs that day and he was tired.
Ah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, give me just a second. Hold on. Okay. Give me a minute. Bear with me. Ah!
Well,
Okay. All right. Venus is the only planet that does this as opposed to the other planets.
glows,
Huh?
glows.
No. Okay, let me give you this clue here. When a tornado rotates in the opposite direction, it's anticyclonic, but in other words, instead of
Oh, Venus has tornadoes.
no,
Okay. Sorry, it was worth a stab.
Okay. All right, let me put it this way. Earth rotates counterclockwise. Venus rotates.
Clockwise.
That's it. It's the only planet that does. It's a retrograde rotation.
The audio is perfect. I hear Gen 2 on the YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Good, thank you. And you know what?
So,
I think I figured out what happened in terms of Monday. I forgot to change the settings to to for the audio to my headphones. That's I think that's what happened.
And everything is back. I hear her correctly.
Good.
I hear, you know.
Good.
I
All
hope
right.
I didn't hurt your ears, Sasha. I do tend to talk too loud.
Oh, you're fine.
I looked. I checked it while you were doing that.
Okay, next.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry.
Oh, okay. Wrestling, right? Let's see.
I'm starting to burn out.
Hmm.
Well, that's the time.
Yeah.
The time is 7:31 p.m.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
I'm listening. I'm
Okay.
waiting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip that one. That sounds disgusting.
Oh, I've got a little bit of a trivia question.
Sure. Go ahead.
What do vultures do to keep cool? It is a little gross, so be prepared. What do
Uh,
vultures do to?
they coat themselves with their vomit.
Yeah, they regurgitate their vomit onto their legs to
Mm-hmm.
keep cool.
Yeah.
I learned that watching National Geographic.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Here's something interesting.
What?
Miss Piggy was not the originally intended name for the Muppet. What was her intent? What was the name she was supposed to be given originally?
Can you give any hints? Because I have no idea.
Okay. It's a take on the singer of um what was that Christmas tune?
Miss Twiggy?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, rocking around the Christmas tree.
Oh, God. Walking around with the Christmas tree. Oh, God, I can't remember her name.
Okay. All right. The singer of that song is Peggy Lee. Believe it or not,
Piggy Lee.
that's right. Miss Piggy was
Piggy
originally named
Lee.
Piggy Lee.
I wonder if Peggy Lee was insulted by that.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it. How would you like to be named after a pig?
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's an interesting one. What what little creature causes the most power outages in the U.S.?
Cockroaches?
No.
Crickets?
Nope.
Mice? Rats?
No. Think of that guy.
Okay.
Think of that Geico commercial. What's that one animal that stops and forces the car to go off?
Woodchuck? A beaver?
Um. Okay. Gathers nuts.
A squirrel?
Yeah. It's the squirrel. The American Public Power Association says that squirrels are the most frequent cause of power outages in the U.S. The APA even developed a data tracker called the Squirrel Index that analyzes the patterns and timing of squirrels' impact on electrical power systems. Turns out the peak times of the year for squirrel attacks are from May to June and October to November. Typically, these squirrels cause problems by tunneling, chewing through electrical insulation, or becoming a current path between electrical conductors. Frankly, the number one threat
In
experienced.
other words, the squirrel runs the risk of getting fried doing that.
Yeah, exactly. Frankly, the number one threat experienced to date by the U.S. electrical grids is squirrels, said John C. Inglis, the former deputy director of the National Security Agency, in 2015.
Well, you want to know what causes our power outages in the summer?
What?
Extreme heat.
Oh, sure. Oh, wow. Nomophobia is the fear of not having what?
A nose.
No. Let me do it this way. What's the one thing all three of us have?
Friends?
No.
Eyes, nose, mouth,
No.
ears?
It's like iPhone, Android.
Oh, it's a fear of being without electronics.
Well, close. It's the fear of not having a mobile phone.
Well, close enough.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. But anyway, here are the facts on that. People are increasingly reliant on their devices these days, but for some, the attachment can develop into a serious issue. Those with nomophobia, an abbreviation of no mobile phone phobia, have a fear of not having their phone on them. They get equally freaked out when their battery dies or when there's no network coverage available. One 2019 study by UK firm YouGov found that 34% of men and 52% of women currently deal with some form of the condition.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to me at Walmart. I turned on my phone. I was going to call Jack to come get me.
Uh-huh.
Just as I powered up the phone, those two really, really not so nice words appeared on my phone screen. Shutting down.
Oh, boy.
But it pays to know the workers at Walmart. I went to the lady standing by the door,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the greeter. She let me use her phone to call Jack.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Okay. But you know what? Remember that one time I had to do without my electronics for a few hours
Mm-hmm.
because our Wi-Fi was down?
Yeah.
I spent my time getting caught up on some Roku shows I wanted to see.
Hmm.
But I try not to bring my cell phone to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say there's a certain room in the house that my cell phone ties me up in there.
Yeah.
You figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. Bubble wrap was invented in 1957, but what was the originally intended use for the bubble wrap?
Scaring people?
No.
Um, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Would you believe wallpaper?
Oh God, could you see some little kid coming along wanting to pop the wallpaper?
Yeah. Here's what happened. Engineers Alfred W. Fielding and Mark Chavanis sealed two shower curtains together, creating a smattering of air bubbles, which they initially tried to sell as wallpaper. When that didn't work out, they realized their product could be used for protection in packaging, and they founded Seal Air Corporation in 1960. When the inventors showed the product to IBM, which had just launched its first mass-produced computers, the tech company became their first big bubble wrap client. Sealed Air still exists today, creating both cryovac food packaging and, yes, bubble wrap.
Cryovac food packaging?
Yeah, like,
Like
you know.
the shrink wrap around hamburger and stuff like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that led to the vacuum sealers we have at home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Do you remember the history of WD-40?
Yes.
Okay, you want to run it by me again?
Let me see if I remember this correctly. They were trying. It took like 39 tries to do something, and on the 40th, they succeeded, but it wasn't the way it was originally intended.
Okay. They were trying to find something to keep the skin of the space shuttle from rusting.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to do it as a rust protectant.
Mm.
And 39 tries and 39 fails, and WD 40 was the 40th try that worked.
Yeah. I gotta tell this funny story. Mom and I had like gotten into a bit of an argument because she said, "How come you don't have your WD 40?" It's like, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Your tax return." I said, "Mom, that's W2, not WD 40."
This is the W2 form I think she was talking about.
Yep. We both ended up laughing hard on that one. I said, "No, Mom."
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I said, "No, no, no, Mom. WD 40 is that spray you use. W2 is the tax form you're talking about." We both ended up laughing hard after that.
Well, hey. Well, she is an elder,
Yeah.
so
Eh,
it's
she
hard
meant,
for her to
yeah,
grasp
well,
some
she
concepts.
meant well. It's like, no, 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 Mom. WD 40 is that little spray kit thing. W2 is the tax form. She said, "Oh."
Oh, man. Oh, shit, Shirley.
Yep.
Your mom definitely knows how to make you make your day, huh?
Oh yeah. Let's see. Okay, here's an interesting thing.
You get the idea it was WD 40.
I don't know. All right. Anyway, here's something interesting. What kind of a place do you go to be alone when you're cranky?
You're cranky?
Mm-hmm. You'll love the name of this thing.
Uh, I don't know.
It's called a growlery.
A growlery. What was the question? Shirley, what was the question?
Oh shoot, I muted. I'm sorry. All right, I must have hit it by mistake. A growlery is a place where you go to be alone when you're cranky.
Well,
So,
my growlery is my bedroom.
well, mine is my bedroom or Shakespeare's garden. But anyway, here's the story on it. Are you having a bad day? Then you might need to visit a growlery. The term was first used by author Charles Dickens in his 1853 novel Bleak House to refer to a place where you go to be alone when you're not feeling particularly chipper. According to the National Park Service, Frederick Douglass had his own growlery outside of his home at Cedar Hill in Washington, D.C. The stone cabin contained a single room with a fireplace, desk, stool, and couch.
In other words, it could be a relaxation room.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Also, I'd like to wish happy Passover for all the Jewish people
Oh,
for tomorrow
yes. Mm-hmm.
weekend,
Oh, yeah. Easter is Sunday, isn't it?
Next Sunday.
next Sunday.
Okay.
By the way, happy Passover to all the Jewish people this weekend.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And eat a lot
Happy Easter
also.
to everybody else.
Yep. And of course, Sunday is Palm Sunday. And then, of course, next Friday, Good Friday. And of course, the 20th is Easter. Also, it's strange because the 20th also has to be 420. And the 20th also has to be part 2 of WrestleMania.
Yeah. And Saturday is part 1.
Yep. So it's
Hey,
like.
Sasha, does anyone else in your family like wrestling?
Yeah. Not just only me, my
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's a family affair. It's a family affair.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching Japanese wrestling tonight too, so
Ah.
the whole week is gonna be crazy for me and busy.
Okay. All right.
I used to watch a show with sumo wrestlers. And believe it or not, some of the skinny guys, the
Yeah.
175 to
Japanese
200
wrestling
pounds
in
beat a
Japan.
350 pounder out of the ring.
Oh, sure. It's possible. All right. Here's something interesting. Three Musketeers bars once came out in not one but 3 flavors. Name the 3 flavors.
Chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
strawberry,
Yeah,
and vanilla.
that's correct. So,
The three milkshake flavors.
yep. But anyway, if you never understood where the name came from, now it can finally make sense. When the bars were created in 1932, they were sold in packs of 3, each with a different nougat flavor: vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. During the sugar rations in World War II, 3 packs became too expensive to produce, so the company cut the retail down to 1 flavor, and the chocolate lovers won out.
Yeah. Okay. Since we're doing candy history, how about why M&Ms were made?
It was to help soldiers in during World War II, and it would not melt like, say, candy
Right,
bars.
the candy shell.
Yeah, the
They
candy.
could keep it in their ration. They could keep it in their ration box
Uh-huh.
without the heat melting them.
Yep, exactly. Okay. Here's something interesting. Xbox 360 controllers are used by which military branch?
Army, Navy, Air Force,
It's the Navy.
Marines.
It's the Navy.
Okay.
So let me explain this one. Operating periscopes on submarines is no game, but it turns out Xbox 360 controllers are lighter, more intuitive, and overall just easier to use than the complex helicopter-style control sticks Navy sailors previously used. Also, the game console controllers sell for around $20 each, while replacing a submarine industry standard controller that costs nearly $40,000. And on top of that, swapping to the Xbox controller has reduced training time from hours to mere minutes.
Wow. Mike would have liked to have heard that one.
Oh yeah, I'll tell that to Mike tomorrow or something. But still, that's pretty cool. The Navy uses Xbox 360 controllers.
Hey, nothing wrong with that as long as it works.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You know, this controller, I think, is the 8-bit Dell.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the type of controller they use? Isn't this an Xbox controller?
It
What's
could
up,
be.
Cheryl?
It could be. Yeah, it might be, but excuse me, sorry.
Feel better?
Yep.
But you know, it's amazing what the different kinds of technologies.
Mm-hmm.
It's called multi-purposing. It's
Oh my
called
god.
multi-purposing.
Okay, this is interesting. Napoleon once lost a battle to a horde of what animal?
Cats,
Nope.
mice, dogs,
No.
foxes,
Nope. What's another term for
rabbits,
rabbit?
hares.
Yeah. Or bunnies. Yeah.
How did he lose the war against a bunch of bunnies?
Okay, Waterloo wasn't exactly famous conquer Napoleon Bonaparte's greatest defeat. Once upon a time, he was actually attacked by bunnies. The emperor had requested that a rabbit hunt be arranged for himself and his men. His chief of staff set it up and had men round up reportedly 3,000 rabbits for the occasion. When the rabbits were released from their cages, the hunt was ready to go. But things didn't go as planned. The bunnies charged toward Bonaparte and his men in a vicious and unstoppable onslaught.
Oh, I wonder if some of the rabbits were rabid.
Mm.
We'll never know.
No. Let's see. I think I'll do a couple more here. Okay. Oh, this is a funny one. Peter the Great imposed a tax on what?
Newsies.
No. Okay. What did our friend Mike used to have, or does have?
This cat.
Yeah.
Cats.
Mm-mm. Janet, look at me.
Beards.
Beard. Yep. A beard
What?
tax.
Why a freaking beard tax?
Well, let's see. Peter the Great, Russia's revolutionary czar, once imposed an annual beard tax on members of society who had facial hair. If someone wanted to keep their facial hair, they simply had to pay for it. After they made the deposit, they received a coin that said tax paid. We're guessing Movember wasn't in vogue at the time. For those who don't know, Movember is that month where men go their.
No shade November.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I'm glad
I
Mike
know
keeps his
about it.
trimmed.
I have a beard too.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know
I
what,
trimmed
Shirley?
a bit of it.
What?
I'm glad Mike keeps his trimmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even old, not just only beard, but there's other one
Mm-hmm.
that's involved with men as well.
Yep.
All right, next.
Okay. All right. If you were to swallow a Lego piece, how long does it take to discharge through your body?
Depends on whether or not you don't choke on it. It depends on whether or not you choke on it.
Yeah, but let's say you're able to swallow one whole and it goes through your body. How long does it take?
Now, 6 hours,
Higher.
12 hours,
Higher.
24 hours?
18 hours,
Sajo's getting closer. Higher.
25 hours.
Higher.
30 hours.
All right. Well, it's basically nearly 2 days.
Yee. 40 hours.
Because your body is not designed to break down hard plastic.
So here's the story. Anyone who's been around Legos know that they're incredibly painful to step on. But have you ever wondered what happens if you swallow one? In a 2018 study published in the Journal of Pediatrics and Child Health, 6 volunteers decided to find out by ingesting a Lego figurine head, a piece that is much rounder and presumably easier on the digestive system than a regular one. The researchers determined that it takes an average of 1.71 days to pass a Lego through the human body.
Yeah.
You want to know something?
What?
Have you ever seen the show To Catch a Smuggler?
Yes.
Some of the smugglers actually swallow these condoms that have the cocaine in it.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a very big inherent danger with that.
Yeah.
You know what would happen if one of those balloons burst?
I forgot what.
Drug overdose and death.
Ooh.
So what they do is they'll x-ray them and they'll find the packages in their stomach and they'll go to the nearest bathroom and have her discharge them. Feel sorry for whoever has to handle those stinky things.
Yeah. All right.
They've recovered a lot that way.
Okay. I'm going to make this the last one. Okay. In 1966, Frederick Barr developed the ingenious idea for Procter & Gamble to uniformly stack chips inside a can instead of tossing them in a bag. Now, Bauer was so proud of his invention that he wanted to take this, let's just say...
Are we talking about Pringles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Pringles is it, but you know what he wanted to do?
What did he want to do? I can't hear you, Shirley. Unmute your damn mic.
Again? Sheesh. This is really making me mad tonight.
Now, what did he want to do with the Pringles?
Okay, he communicated his burial wishes to his family, and when he died at age 89, his children stopped at Walgreens on the way to the funeral home to buy his burial Pringles can. They did have one decision to make, though. My siblings and I briefly debated what flavor to use, Bauer's eldest son Larry told Time magazine, but I said, look, we need to use the original. We can only assume he wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeesh.
Well, he was an original one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I think it's a good point to stop because I do apologize that somehow I accidentally hit the thing to mute my mic, so I do apologize for that.
Yeah, well, even though nuts is only no shade November, even they got no nut November.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's true. All right. So anyway, I think it's a good point to wrap up for tonight.
Yep.
Yep. So anyway, of course, as Saju said, happy Passover to all the Jewish people for this weekend. And please celebrate safely too. Don't go overdoing it.
And eat a lot of malta.
Yeah, and I've got a
Lots of
little
what? Lots of what?
matzo. Is it
Oh,
matzo?
the
Malta.
Yeah,
the matzo crackers.
yeah, matzo balls, matzo crackers. Lots of things like that. I
They
now.
can't eat
Yeah.
wheat. You can't eat wheat during
Ah,
Passover.
oh, okay. All right. So anyway, before we go though, I do want to put in a little bit of sad news. One of my friends, her real name is Allison Taylor, but she went by Echo. Sadly, she was killed last night in a car accident.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a head-on collision. And hold on. Okay, sorry, my device went off. But anyway, she got killed in a head-on collision with another person last night, and I did not know her that well, but the times I saw her at GT South, she was truly herself. She dressed goth, but it's like that's the way she was. I never had a problem with it. But it's a sad day for a lot of us who knew her at GT South. So thoughts and prayers to her family and friends.
Oh, my condolences.
Mm-hmm. But
Mine
yeah,
too.
yeah. But she's in a better place now. But anyway,
Probably watch. You know what? She's probably watching Mike,
probably watching
keeping
all of
an eye
us.
on him.
Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway, I just want to get that in before we end of the show. But anyway, next week, of course, we've got Money Mayhem. Frodo and I will do political catch up. I will be doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links on Thursday, and once again on Friday we will be doing Trivia Night. So
Shirley,
yes,
you have 2 weeks worth of political catch up to catch up on. Dude.
actually no, we don't have to do that because you see, we what we do is we do it by the week, but we got the professionals who do it during daily.
Right.
Yep. And I do usual Monday wrestling and
Mm-hmm.
getting ready for the next week.
Mm-hmm.
Big one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the big kahuna. All right, so I'm going to say what I usually do on Friday nights. Please remember not to drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Don't play your mobile games and drive, but do think and drive. And also, please remember to wear your seatbelt because it is required by law in all 50 states.
Oh, don't forget those smoking weed and drive.
Yep, that's right.
Say,
Smoke. Don't smoke.
say?
Don't smoke weed and drive. Which that's actually correct. Because remember, not all states allow marijuana yet.
Yeah.
I think half the states do though.
Yeah. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the ending, so bear with me. Growl.
Well,
All right, so with that in mind, I am going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everybody have a great weekend. Sleep well, stay safe, and we'll see you Monday for Money Mayhem. Peace.
Good night, everybody.
everybody.